Are you currently in a season where you're looking to create something to sell online and make money? I want to tell you that there's so much money to be made online. However, if you are working on the wrong thing, you'll be wasting your time. And in this conversation, I want to break down what people are actually buying. And here's a hint. It's not courses. It's not your school community. It's not the thing you actually think you're working on. And so let's break this down. Welcome to the department. This is the offers department. Excited to be joined. My name is Omar, the host of this podcast. I'm also joined with ART.MP4
Yo.
and Brandon Flakes.
What's up?
AKA three dudes with a hat.
We all look the same.
And glasses. Hey, if you're just watching this, or maybe you actually caught us on the last episode, because that episode kind of is doing really well, and you are not subscribed, do us a solid, hit the subscribe button. I usually don't ask, but what's tending to happen is that, people are watching an episode and then you'll never see us again.
Yeah, it's like 75% or something.
75% of people who are watching the podcast are not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. But just want to start off with a question from your guys' point of view. And that is, when you think about making money online, what comes to mind?
I think selling stuff online, like on Instagram, like the Instagram shop.
You think about using a profile
Yes.
that has an audience per se to sell a product.
Yes, a physical product.
A physical product. What comes to mind?
Selling overall, whether it's like yourself selling a product that a brand deal is trying to give you, or for example, me selling the product I provide, which is clothing based. So I guess it just depends on who it is.
It's great. So a lot of people do kind of come my way to learn sales. And it's funny because at one point I used to think sales was icky or sales was sleazy, or the concept of it. But what I found is when you really understand and look at what people are actually buying, they're not actually buying what you think they are buying. And so what most people, or creators or entrepreneurs or coaches and consultants, what they think people are buying is they think people are buying courses and communities and product. I don't know if you guys have seen that post or that picture where it talks about like Nike doesn't sell shoes. No?
I haven't.
Okay. I found the image immediately with no editing whatsoever. No, I'm just kidding. It says, and these are all logos of brands. It says Jeep sells adventure, not cars. Gucci sells luxury, not shoes. Nike sells stories, not shoes. Apple sells creativity, not tech. Supreme sells scarcity, not clothes. Red Bull sells thrill, not drinks. Vans sell authenticity, not shoes. Snickers sell humor, not chocolate. Tesla sells innovation, not cars. So like
The Vans one is a reach.
Yeah.
was that right?
Yeah.
But they have authentics. Actually, he's wearing Vans.
Like Vans sells. Okay, sorry.
Hater, bro.
That's besides the
You
point.
got $1 billion brand up in the works, bro?
But does this like imply to the thing that you said about like cleaning ladies don't sell? What did you say earlier? Like,
Dude, you could be a man who cleans homes too.
I mean, sorry.
No, just kidding. No, that like, yes, cleaners don't sell cleanliness. They sell a transformed space.
Okay.
Right? So what I wanted to do in this podcast was just, number one, remind you of what people don't care about, which is what we usually do. We usually care about the Zoom calls that we're selling, the Discord or the workbooks or the modules. And when you start making it about that, because usually the beginning of anybody I know that wants to make money online is, let me create something in the dark and then sell it to people. But the thing you're creating tends to be the thing that you try and sell. And you're trying to sell something that people don't want. Nobody woke up today wanting to get a workbook from you or buy a workbook. So I came up with this acronym for what people actually buy online. And the acronym, if Art, you could put it on the screen, is A.A.T.O.P.I.C. A.A.T.O.P.I.C. It's A.A.T.O.P.I.C. We're going to go through these and then we'll be done with this podcast. And then we be You can go on your cycling. Art's training for Ironman. Is it Ironman or a triathlon?
It's both. It's an Ironman.
Ironman is a triathlon.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the half Ironman, to be clear.
Why nobody needed to know that.
No.
But
Don't be
okay.
a fake.
So A.T.O.P.I.C, the first thing people are willing to pay for is acceleration. People are willing to pay for speed. So what's cool about this is that if you sell an outcome in a certain amount of time, people will pay for that. So for instance, launch your podcast in under 30 days. If I created a course that was how to start a podcast, cool. Probably be hard to sell.
Yeah.
But if I led with the promise that you would do it quickly, people will pay for that.
Right.
Same
What
thing.
would you say to like things that can't necessarily use speed? Like, I don't know, say they teach stocks, and what they teach, it's not going to bring a result quickly because it needs to take time.
It's great.
So what would you say to that? And probably like other examples that people would have.
Yeah, no, I mean, you bring up a good point. I'm making a note because that would fall under a different category. So acceleration is for the person that can truly guarantee the outcome, that is what you're selling.
Got it.
So like the thing is if you can't, then don't use acceleration. I'm wanting people to know what people are willing to pay for. So if you are making a course, I want people to know that people aren't buying the course. They're buying the outcome of how fast you can get somebody a result, whether it's a course or not. That's the thing is like it actually doesn't matter how you do it. It could be a 1-day workshop that gives you the blueprint to do the thing, launch the thing, have the thing.
Mm-hmm. Would you say the length of the course plays into that? If it was literally a course that somebody is selling?
Dude, I'm so glad you asked that. I do think it's totally fine yes, I do. I do think if you had a program and it was just a 30-day program,
right?
Like the 5-day challenge is a 5-day program.
Yes.
Right. So like in 5 days, there is a outcome that takes place or breakthroughs that take place within that time span. And because there is a limit on that time span, there is a perceived value because it's like, oh, dude, like something has to change in 5 days.
Yeah. Because what came to mind for me was like, if there's two courses that both offer the same outcome, let's say it's editing, like you're going to be able to do this after watching this course. And one of them is a 5-hour course. And then the other one is a 30-minute course. It's like, oh yeah, the 30-minute course, it's the same outcome in way less time.
Okay. You mean like with that? Dude, with something like that, I feel like it depends on the buyer. There are some buyers who actually see more value in how much they're getting.
So then how
in that
would
regard.
you discern that as somebody who is selling the course?
You discern it by just doing you, whatever resonates with you. I never want somebody to think to themselves when they listen to a podcast like this, that's like, oh, Omar gave me the permission to do less, so I'm gonna do less.
Yeah.
That's never the heart and the intent. It's, are you adding too much? Are you trying to prove yourself and the value you bring by like over delivering?
Yeah. Or is there not enough?
Yeah. So like, I mean, to each is their own. That's why a lot of the question you ask has very nuanced answers. Mm-hmm. But what's funny about a lot of the times people think in regards to selling time, they think using the word cohort is why somebody buys something. Every one of my friends, and I love you all, they usually run by the first thing that they're going to like sell to me. Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you think about this 7-week cohort? It's like,
sounds like work to me.
That's fine. Yeah. And the reality is like, I think they think cohort means money, or like if I put together a cohort of something
more sophisticated.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. But it's like, again, what's this going to do for me? You know, like cohort base. Oh, no hort base. You know? So
Hey, department fam, question for you. Based on you listening to this podcast, you probably are either looking to grow your personal brand this year, build your audience online, and just stop chasing business and start to have business chasing you. If that's you, I want to invite you to the Content to Cash Challenge. This is a 5-day coaching experience, a live coaching experience with myself that's done all on Zoom, and you get access to a private community, and it really is unlike any other experience that I offer. By the end of the challenge, you'll have unreal clarity on what you're supposed to do online, and you'll have the insight on how you can make an extra 6 or even 7 figures. Yes, I said 7 figures in your business this year. And if any of those things sound great to you, I want you to join the next Content to Cash Challenge. Scan the QR code if you're watching on a television, or click the link in the description. Once you go through it, go ahead and upgrade to VIP, because you'll get an extra hour of bonus VIP Q&A with me every single day of the challenge. And so looking forward to seeing you there. Let's get back into the convo.
Acceleration, if you can promise a speed of outcome, people will be more likely to pay more or even just pay for the thing. Imagine creating the reputation that your program, your business, your consulting, your services literally guarantee. So one of the offers we used to sell, it was at its peak, it got to $15,000, but you had to purchase anywhere between $15,000 to $25,000 worth of equipment. So it was about $35,000 to $40,000 for a day. And it was called Dialed in a Day. And the idea was most people take weeks, months, years trying to figure out their setup. Well, what if we can just come in and have it done in a day? So we'll dial it in a day, get drippy crispy in a day. And it's crazy because I wasn't good at sales when people were buying that offer, but it's because it sold speed.
Yeah.
So I no longer offer that, so don't ask.
Speed with a very powerful pain point supporting that.
Correct. Which time and headache. Time is an object, or time is a pain point.
Got it.
Like, you don't have time to waste trying to get all this tech. What if with a push of a button, like people, I will pay for that button. Whatever, and that's what your business could be. Your business could be the button somebody pick or presses, right? So like,
that's a good way to put it.
Dang, I've never heard that before. Your business could be the easy button, and it should be to somebody's pain point. And so, again, like still, when I think about the Dialed in a Day season when we were doing those, it's still a great offer.
It is.
Why don't you offer that anymore? Just
because it became a lot.
It became sideways energy. And here's what actually, every time you provide a solution to a problem, it creates new problems. And so what happened was, it's like as soon as somebody said, okay, I love this, then they start finicking with it. And then I became tech support. Then the idea would have been like, maybe we should have some like ongoing tech support, but I ain't got no time for this. And it's a non-scalable offer unless I boiled it down to like 1 to 3 packages. And it was like, the idea was like, why don't we just purchase all the equipment, and now you buy the equipment from us. It's already systematically dialed, and then we just do like sticky notes, and it was just like, boom, you do it. But again,
just a lot of work.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's still a great business model. It can crush still. But this is a good segue. This podcast is brought to you by our actual gear setup. And if you want the gear setup that people paid $30,000 for, the link is in the description, or you could scan the QR code on the screen.
Sheesh.
Acceleration. I'll just give it to you for free. Is that cool? All right, cool. Bet. Okay, the next A in A.T.O.P.I.C is affiliation. What?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
You know how dudes with the name Aaron sometimes like
Aaron.
Yeah.
A.A.T.O.P.I.C. No, the next A is affiliation.
Affiliation.
People actually pay to be affiliated with you, or with what you do, or with what thing you're creating. Now, this isn't for everyone, but this could be for you one day. I didn't know that people would pay to be on this podcast. But what they're getting is they're not just getting to be a guest on a podcast. They're getting affiliation.
It's kind of like a resume almost. Or like
Sure.
the way I looked at it is,
Something.
yeah. I can say when I got hired, I noticed a lot of people that you work with are like, oh, what do you do with Omar? And they're like intrigued.
Yeah,
And
because I have aura.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because
All
of
right,
aura.
bro.
No, but it's kind of like, you know,
Motion 20.
working
But
for
motion.
Nike or working for like bigger brands, like for example, Creed at the time. Now that I worked at Creed, I can get my foot in the door at like Louis Vuitton. And that's how I looked at it with you. It
Right.
was like, oh, I knew Omar Takori or I worked
It's
with
kind
him.
of, I mean, it's a cosign.
Yeah.
It's a
Right.
cosign. It's collaborative. It's what I mean. The idea though is just, and this is why branding is so important, because you can create a brand or a perception that if people can just get around it, that they will get what they paid for.
Yeah.
And like, I always believe people get more than what they pay for, but
But at what point do you know you can sell your affiliation?
that's a great question. I think the answer is, you don't necessarily even need a name. I did a podcast with Richmond Din, and we talked about, there was a couple people in his mastermind that we did the podcast in front of, and I think 3 of those people paid $100,000 to be in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did they get? And he said, status. But how did you get status? Because like Richmond doesn't have like the most known personal brand.
Sure.
Well, there was status in the price point. So he gave somebody the ability to be affiliated with investing with themselves at $100,000.
Mm.
The affiliation,
The ability to say that.
yes.
Got it.
So that's what affiliation is the idea that like, oh yeah,
Because it's just like your friend Macy says, like she invested $1 million into coaching into
Yes.
herself
yes,
with Myron, and she can use Myron's affiliation. But then also the phrase by itself, I invested $1 million in myself with coaching. Yeah, no, for sure.
so that offer in and of itself, if nothing came with it, the reason, part of why she bought it was for the affiliation.
Right.
This is why people are like, man, sounds like scams. No, it's because you don't know how to sell. Like, this is why people buy Louis Vuitton. This is why they buy it for status.
Yeah.
Like, and the reality is like, it might sound very surface level or shallow, but when you buy something you've worked really hard for, that you have admired, and you know other people kind of admire, the world admires LVMH. Is that like the whole line of brands, that when you put it on and when you wear it, or when you put it on your wrist, if you like, dude, it does something. Do you feel cool wearing your Rolex?
100.
Why?
Because of the value attached to it.
Yes. And the brand name itself, like, right? Like,
Yep.
Rolex sells affiliation. Now, I'm trying to get people to see these brands that have been doing it for years and decades and centuries. No, I don't know about centuries. I'm in the middle of watching a 4.5 hour documentary on mass manipulation. And I know that sounds crazy. It's on YouTube.
Because
If you're on my email list, I will send you this documentary. But the idea is it's showing you that at a time, the U.S., the population, they were only into buying quality goods. That their purchases were all based on needs, not wants. So if you needed something, you bought something that was high quality. It got better with time. It served you, and that's how the U.S. functioned. And then it was actually a parade in like 1900 whatever, where cigarettes were a thing, but women didn't smoke cigarettes. And this guy who would be brought in he'd be consulting different countries and different economies what happened was they got all these journalists ready at a certain block of the parade, and they got all these beautiful women to walk smoking cigarettes. And then it was like, the people were like, wait, it made the front page of the New York Times, and it was like women smoking cigarettes, which became a symbol of like, I own me. Like I got this. Like I don't need a man. And so cigarette sales went up 50% because women started buying cigarettes. But what were women buying? Were they buying cigarettes?
No.
No. And this started a cycle in marketing and in persuasion and sales where now America, they were buying things they wanted. They were buying things that made cars. Now car brands mattered, like branding mattered. And like at one point it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was freaking Jesus sandals and cloaks, bro. You know? But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to understand why people are moved to make purchases. And so when I say affiliation, I also mean status. I also mean affiliated to create a feeling. People buy things for a feeling, you know? So that's the second A. Okay, the third thing people buy, and this is in no particular order. I just came up with all these, put it in ChatGPT, said, give me a word with these all spelled out. And now I have a framework. Guys, it's that simple. It's that simple. The third thing people pay for is a transformation. So now I want to go back to your stocks.
Okay.
So how can you guarantee somebody an outcome in stocks fast? Well, one is you can sell something like, you know, become a pro at stocks in under 60 days. You could do that.
Sure.
But sometimes a transformation could be a skill set.
Right.
So like being a 6-figure day trader is a transformation. And that might take a year. So maybe the thing you sell is a year-long program, or you have access to something but you need to know if what you're selling needs or can be a transformation. You know, there's somebody in the program that wants to start helping cosmetologists build their business in a way that gives them the freedom, gives them the clients that they are proud of working with, and things like that. But I found most people are willing to pay for a transformation. I mean,
yeah, I mean, would you say this is probably the most important one out of the list, or no?
I wouldn't call it importance. I'd probably call it the most lucrative.
Okay.
Because if you could formulate your words to say that's what it is you give people, or that is your service, or that is your program. But I would say, yeah, the dialed in a day, that's also a transformation. And I love it. I love my friend Macy of the Sales Girls. She's able to see like a transformation in offers that sometimes I don't even see. Mm-hmm. But the transformation that the dialed in a day, or the transformation that, you know, me helping entrepreneurs with their content, the transformation is that people perceive you as an industry expert. People respect you because the quality of your content creates the quality of your life. You want higher quality opportunity, increase the quality of your content. And it's not just quality as in like just the visuals and the audio, but also like how you say, how you present yourself, how you talk. That's communication, that's skills. Becoming a masterful communicator, transformation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when you're able to communicate this stuff, I want people to know like this is what people buy.
Yeah.
So like there are creator coaches that are not selling a transformation, and that's why they are probably not making as much money as they'd like to. But if you can really show somebody from where they're at and show them where they could be and where they should be, and by the way, we're all transforming, but the question is like, do you like the way you're transforming? Are you transforming in a way that you're proud of the work you're doing? Are you proud of the money you're making? Because if you're not the person to make the money you desire to make, well, maybe you need a transformation.
Right.
Level up.
Level up season.
The number one question I usually get asked by people like you is, Omar, how the heck does your videos look and sound so dang crispy? Well, the reality is it's the equipment I use, and you'd be surprised how inexpensive it could actually be. So I've compiled all my gear and I've updated the list, and I want to give it to you. So if you're listening or watching this, just hit the description box below and I'll send you my gear guide for every budget. Now let's get back into the conversation.
Anything else on transformation? We're zipping through this.
No, I feel like, I mean,
the-
Brandon, do you have any, like,
The thing that came to mind when you said like the way people perceive you is the way they receive you. And so like if you're putting out quality content or like quality game, then people will be like, oh, maybe I should invest.
For sure.
Maybe this will transform me and my business to be better with whatever you're doing. So yeah, that's the only thing that came to mind. I don't have any questions.
Yeah, and let me go off, like I'm gonna go from like teaching Omar to like coach Omar.
Yeah.
Selling Omar. If you sell a transformation and you yourself are unwilling to go first, no one's gonna buy from you. It's just the way it works. Like, some people have been following my journey for a long time, which, number one, that alone is a power brand hack. Is like, have people even been able to follow you for a long time? No. Well, you could better get started. When's the best time to plant a tree? 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago? When's the next best time? Today. Today's your day.
you're saying go first as in, like, investing in yourself first.
100. Like, I would argue you can't sell any of these things if you yourself haven't been through any of these things. And here's the thing. Sometimes people have been through it, but you didn't even know you went through it. So the lack of awareness voids your ability to still sell the same thing. So I have friends and family that are like, Omar, I want to do what you're doing. Amazing. But you can't do it unless you've done it.
Yeah.
Like you can't sell something unless you've bought something. So in so many ways, like I've said this in a mastermind we did, but you should allow your purchases to show where you are in life. If there's something you want to do, buy it first. What do you want to do? What's something you want to do? Like, you want to sell clothes. You want to create a staple brand.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go to pop-ups and you need to buy something at those pop-ups. And you need to see what they do when you buy something at those pop-ups.
Yeah.
And it's going to inform you on things they do that are really smart.
It's really
It's
good.
going to inform you on things that you're like, dude, they could have 100% done this better. I'm going to make sure I do that better. Like, now that time and money you spent on that is it's R&D, research and development, for when you throw on the greatest pop-up of all time.
That actually is crazy because I never told you guys this, but this crew neck is $700. I know it's wild.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but it was like you buy the crew neck and then you can have James Franco like for 10 minutes. And that's why it's like signed by James Franco.
Bro,
And
where
so,
did I
like-
see a James Franco piece?
But like that alone was like worth the price of admission because I understood the feeling that I got of like, dude, I just met the Green Goblin of Spider-Man.
$700.
But like it was just like the feeling you got to meet
That's
the
fire.
artist, and then like, you know, I got it with a homie of mine in New York, but that whole story that
Was he
just-
there?
Yeah.
James Franco was there.
So like
Yeah, he signed the sweater.
yeah, so you go through the showroom and they're like, oh yeah, like he's in this room if you purchase.
but he
a
also
piece.
hand distressed.
Yeah, he hand distressed it and then he like signed it and drew on it too.
Yeah.
But like it's like you go in the showroom and it's like, oh yeah, James Franco's here for the next 2 hours. They give you this like, do you want champagne? The amount of yeses, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like there with the homie, and then I was like, you know what? Like we're here in New York, when in Rome, let's cop it. So we bought it, and then we're in the room with James Franco for like 10 minutes, and we get to talk to him and ask him a question. Whatever.
So cool.
But like That's R&D.
Bro, I didn't know you had it like that. When in Rome, all right, bro, $700, swipe.
I mean, it wasn't like a.
Dang.
It was my first time.
That's
in
so
New York.
good. Thanks for bringing that up.
This reminds me of when I bought that jacket.
Oh yeah, the leather one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $500, and it was the most I've ever spent on a jacket.
You tried to one up him, but you're down 200. Come on.
Get out of here. But like the first time I wore the jacket after buying it, it yielded so many compliments, and I was like, "What the heck?" I was like, "Of course." I mean, this makes sense. But I remember you saying that exact line though. As I was trying to buy it, you were like, "Bro, this is where you let your purchases." Yeah, I don't know what you say.
You don't even know whatever yapping you yapped.
Whatever gaslighting you were doing to get me to buy that jacket.
All I remember is that you had a knife to my throat. No, but here's what's crazy, because like I love seeing it in action. I love watching him process something like a perfect fitting piece. You know, you're a weirdo when you call a piece of clothing a piece, but like I saw a thing like, what's up with these dudes calling t-shirts pieces, bro? It's a t-shirt. No, but like, no, this jacket, it was so great and it fit him so good. And it was like, and then it kept getting gooder. It kept getting gooder. And it was like, the guy comes up, he's like, oh yeah, dude, that looks really good on you.
Yeah.
And like the fur, it was a flight jacket. So the furry collar comes off. I'm like, then you're getting 2 jackets in one. And then dude comes up, he's like, yeah, also, we have a lifetime guarantee. I said, sir, can you please explain? He said, you can return this jacket whenever you'd like if you become dissatisfied. I said, what, like 90 days? He said, forever. I was like, there is no risk. They have removed the risk from making a purchase decision.
Yeah.
You have no reason to be afraid. So it's almost like parking money into their business per se. Anyway, I also was like, bro, what happens if people keep on doing it? He's like, well, actually, we'll cut them out.
Oh.
So you can no longer buy from us. So anyway, it's like, but I'm like, Art's hearing all this stuff and he's still like, oh, you know, and that's what I mean. Like, a transformation is taking place.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Your huevos are dropping. But no, you didn't buy the jacket for the compliments.
No.
But what it is funny because that jacket now also gave you affiliation though.
Yes.
People don't even need to know the brand. The quality was there.
Yeah. For sure.
So I mean, this is so good. This is why you guys are here, by the way. Please bring more examples because it just solidifies that I'm not crazy. Okay.
No, yeah.
Right.
Well, I brought up the story because you said it, and I was like, dude, I had that whole story just came to mind. So
no, yeah, that was great.
And what's so cool is like, if you didn't buy something, it would have been totally fine, but you wouldn't have gotten a level of access. I don't want to get too forward. I don't want to go too deep, but like you wouldn't have been able to get even a closer look. I mean, I think some of the best, I mean, I joined a mastermind in September, a new one with Russell Brunson. I've only spent 50 minutes with him, total time spent. And we're in December now at the time of filming this. He's given me 2 things to do. I've done those 2 things. And those 2 things that I've already done have made me $580 grand or something crazy like that. Like, what the heck? 50 minutes. Now, that's what he told me. But because I'm always looking, because I'm a great buyer, I can also get more out of my purchases. So when we go to his events, I'm seeing how people, what do they do with a 50K offer? Like, how do they do things differently? Like, is there anything I can do that's either better, similar, take away, whatever? And I already, like, you've seen it. I did a workshop, went to Russell's thing, came back, did the workshop again, and switched it up.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and it created a better experience. But that's only because I bought it. So you can't sell something you yourself aren't willing to buy. It's called a phony. A.T.O.P.I.C. So we have acceleration, affiliation, transformation. The next thing people pay for, don't have to get too deep into this, is organization. So
Yeah, what does that mean?
So
Oh, I'm
is
just kidding.
everything
I'm just
what?
kidding. No, it's organization.
You're just being the hype man?
Yeah.
Thank you, audience advocate. Organization. I'll ask this question back. Do you believe you can find everything you need on YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
How to do anything?
Yes.
Okay. So if somebody takes the thing that's even on YouTube and puts it together in orderly fashion, do you find more value in that?
Yes.
It's just repackaged in a systematic way. So this is a quote from Rory Vaden. People don't buy information, but they buy organization of information. When you organize the information, then, you know, you'd be more willing to purchase it. So like, you know, you're thinking about getting a sewing machine
Yeah.
for Christmas. Just buy it now, dude. I just thought about it. Bro, just buy the freaking sewing machine. No. But you're going to learn how to sew. And you can go on YouTube University, or you could pay $300 for a mini course on how to,
Like the video you showed me.
Yeah.
That guy was willing to do
if he had something,
Yeah.
you probably would buy it.
Yeah.
But if it was more systematic, because the reality is like, you can't trust everything out there on the internet. I know AI, but the AI is out there, which is why information is becoming more commoditized than ever. When before, like, gatekeeping was actually valuable. Now it's like, it's out there. So, but if you're responsible for putting it in a systematic way for somebody to follow along, people are willing to pay
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
almost like if you were to put a list of gear that you use on a dock,
I guess so. Yeah, no, 100.
it's essentially your gear guide. Isn't
Yes.
that what it is?
100. But
So like it could even be a lead magnet for somebody.
all of this can be, I mean, a lead magnet is also an offer. It's just not an offer for money. A lead magnet is just an offer for information.
Got it.
It's still an offer. That's what Myron would call a lead generation offer. So yeah, this all works for lead gen too. But yeah, organization. It's as simple as that. Just
It's great.
why should I buy this? Isn't it on YouTube? Yes. Go ahead, spend the hours and spend the weeks trying to find out where. I'll tell you where I really realized this in my own personal life is I made so many videos on Think Media, and people still had their camera settings boofed, and people still didn't know where to plug in the mic, and people still couldn't make the videos, but because it was scattered.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I actually found that like consuming scattered information is actually harming the growth process.
Right.
Because now you might learn something out of context, or you might learn something out of order. But YouTube is no respecter of your place in the journey of figuring out something. It's just going to give you what they think is right. So, organization. The next thing people pay for is proximation. Proximity. So, back to James Franco, shout out to Green Gobs.
Green Goblin's son.
He allowed you to get close. And that's part of what you bought. Like when somebody, it kind of aligns with affiliation, but proximation, it's, we're all isolated. Many of us are isolated doing what we do in life. You're an isolated real estate agent, or you're an isolated esthetician, or you're an isolated service provider in the city you're in. And sometimes creating a space and place where people can get close. But I'll be honest with you, this is why we pay for concerts. We're not paying for music. We're paying to get close.
It's good.
You can get the music for $12.99, Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube Music.
Yeah. Some would say it's also the experience, right?
Sure. It is the experience, but if we really talked about the experience of going to a concert,
It's not
you want to get in traffic,
Right.
You want to overpay prices. You want to.
Okay, so what would be back to you bringing up affiliation, what is the difference between these two?
Between affiliation and proximation. So affiliation, I don't need to physically be in your presence.
Got it.
Affiliation is being just connected.
Great.
We're just connected. Proximation is actual, you get close. Chris Brown,
You pay like $1,500 to take a picture with him.
All right.
$1,500. Why are
Get
women
into that.
Why are women taking a picture or willing to pay $1,500 and have their mans take the photo?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
shoot, what was I going to ask you? Dang
Proximation.
the Chris Brown just sent me for a loop.
Residuals.
Okay. What makes your proximity valuable? How can somebody make someone else being in their proximity valuable?
If you respect me as a person or respect my processes as a person, and I let you into my process, let me show you the factory, Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Let me.
No, wait. Like you say oftentimes in a humble way, you say when people get around you, they make more money. So like just using me for an example, if I wanted people when they get around me and they end up making more money, like how do I make myself valuable in that way where my proximity just does that?
Well, you just become the person that does that for people.
Got it.
You know, like I don't like it. It's just a byproduct. It just happens. You know, like but it happens because I've built so much inherent value in myself by investing in myself. You've seen me invest over 300 grand in myself. You've seen it.
Yes.
So a byproduct of that just yields that effect.
Right.
So it's a person who invests in themselves and does what people tell them to do, you know? But I mean, the proximation is, dude, like when people come and see the studio, like if people just came here and saw the setup, they'd be blown away.
Right.
And they always are.
Yeah.
They're like, this is what literally the same testimony. Wait, that's it? That's all it is that you guys do?
Yeah. It's so
to make it look that good? Well, what makes it look that good? But like, I could show you in a video. It's just getting in. And then what's crazy is the reason why proximation is highly valuable as something you can sell is because there's a limitation to proximation. Like in-person experiences could only, serve so many people. If you have a online course that shows the same thing, you can have as many people as you want watch it. But there's something about the getting close, getting near.
But I mean, also online, you can create that too.
You can.
Like, I mean, with your challenge, you have a VIP plus, which is super limited.
Yep.
And that's a different level of proximity with you.
100.
It's great.
Yeah. So that's what it's like different. I guess a word could be access, but I do, when I really remembered the power of this in the realm of concerts when we went to watch the Throne concert with Kanye and Jay-Z in summer of 2010 or summer of 2011 at the MGM Garden Arena. The album was like $17, $20. Okay. Then the ticket to his show was $500. It was fire, right? They did N-words in Paris 12 times.
Yeah.
Literally back to back to back. But I was at, okay, $500, $20 for the album. So I'm at $520. I bought 2 shirts. The shirts were $120 each.
In 2010?
2010.
Oh, that's wild.
For Hanes beefy tees, bro. So that's another $240. Bro, I'm at $700 as somebody who makes I was working at the rec center. I was making $2,000 a month.
Oh my gosh.
And same music. But that's what I was buying though. Like
The proximity and the feeling.
Proximity of that feeling. Yeah. I didn't buy a Hanes beefy tee.
Yeah.
I bought something Kanye designed. He put his touch on this.
The
James
status
Franco.
behind it. It all's tying in.
With
all
a ton
time.
of scarcity too involved. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
dude. I mean, yeah. And then you create the environment.
Yeah.
This is why what's powerful is when you really start understanding why people buy. Like when you get people in person, you should always sell them something. Like, especially if you do it for free, but even if they pay, if somebody pays you to come in person, sell them something else because they already express that they want this.
Yeah.
So if they wanted this, there's a high likelihood that there's another group of people in that I want this that wants more of this. So like that's why I think, now that we have like merch and stuff, we should 100% start just rolling it out. Not to make more money, but it's just like, you're already here. The feeling is like, man, this is it. This is the place. This is the brand. This is the,
Yeah, it's like, why not?
Why not?
Might as well.
Yeah. That's what Myron calls a might as well offer.
Might as well.
But proximation, yes. Just getting people in proximity or in different ways of consuming what you're doing. Yeah. So thanks for bringing up the challenge. This podcast is also brought to you by the Content to Cash Challenge, a 5-day live coaching experience. Join VIP and get 5 hours of Q&A with myself and other people. So we just got done doing one and it was incredible. The next one is this. We're talking about what people buy. People will buy identification. Identification. They will buy identity. They pay for identity. This is why your offers and what you sell should have identity language. What is the outcome or who want people to be, like what people want to be. So my inner circle, it's called the Content Mastery Inner Circle. It is an identity phrase. And, we got 6-figure creator, the 7-figure podcast, I'm one of the girls in the program. It's the 6-figure esthetician or the boss babe. Like people pay for identity. And so I guess, would you say that's the same as transformation?
No, because
No.
transformation can be,
Right. No. Okay. So I'm chilling. So this is a great framework. Or what about affiliation? Is it? No.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but
No, because identification is like,
people, when they buy a Louis bag, they're not buying an identity.
no.
Like they are buying affiliation with the brand.
Right.
People don't identify as like Louis Vuitton. Like,
Right. No.
no.
But they do identify as someone premium.
Sure.
So buying luxury items necessarily doesn't create new identity for you.
No, it doesn't change my identity. I'm just buying it because I want to be affiliated or known to have this brand with me.
Right. But does that put you in a different kind of buyer bracket?
Yes, for
that
sure.
you are a premium buyer.
Yeah, 100. Me buying a $500 jacket, yeah, it like leveled me up in a different sense.
Yeah. So in some ways, you did get identity.
Kinda.
You became more a sophisticated buyer.
Yes.
And this is why I love testing purchases, but people pay for identity. Most of our purchases is a reflection of our identity. So if you could sell somebody their future self, not in the transformation aspect of things, but in the way they see themselves and the way they want to be perceived, that is something you could sell too. So let's just I'm kind of going back to like the esthetician, the cosmetologist example is, Jasmine wants to help other women, take back their business and take control and have the freedom and charge their prices and all that stuff. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to see yourself as premium. You want to serve premium people, then you must become premium. But if you have a premium offer, you are actually selling. Like Alex Hormozi says, if you want to make a lot of money, like solve rich people's problems. And it's because not only do wealthy or rich people value time more than ever, so acceleration matters to them. They'll understand this whole thing that I'm talking about today. But it also reminds them that they are who they want to be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I see like brains working, but I want you to break this if you can.
What's going on in your brain?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think like, well, you brought up cosmetology. I was thinking of like, why do we pay $100 for our haircuts versus like the 40 that you can just go into a random shop in?
Yeah.
I mean, what comes to mind for that is like, there's a skill difference. The $120 haircut, I know I'm going to walk out of that shop grateful and happy with my cut, versus the 40, it's like, there's a chance I'm going to walk out of there like super dissatisfied.
Yeah. Is there an identity added to that? All right. I don't, that's what I'm like. I'm trying to process it all, but
I
mean, what do you think?
Well, I mean, okay, when it comes to getting a fade, the reason why I go to the greatest barber in Las Vegas and pay a premium price, it's more for certainty.
Right.
I just know that I'm not gambling.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would argue because of the price he charges and the level of cut he brings, he is actually selling security and safety.
okay.
I would even argue he sells, okay, here's the identity he sells, a more confident you.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I buy by going and getting a fade every week, is that I could keep my confidence at a high. And then when I look at other dudes that just got scrubby looks, they look scruffy AF, bro, I'm like, you just look broke.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Next.
But it's true.
Yes.
So I'm paying for a confident version of me. That's identity. I didn't write more examples. I wish I did, but
No, I mean, I think we kind of hit the.
yeah. I mean, with the stocks thing, I did write down your stocks example. Let's say a skill set. Like what do you become when you become a master in the skill? Like the master sales. Like when I think about Macy's offer, hers is sales mastery, inner circle, sales mastery, or her boot camp or something. When stocks, it's like the day trader. So like I want to take on this identity as like a boss, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur. Well, there's things that we can buy that create that identity in us, right? And that's in our clothing purchases. That is in our personal development purchases.
Yep.
When I buy a book that's going to help me fix my money, I'm identifying with a more prosperous version of who I am.
This is funny, but me signing up for the Ironman, I signed up for an identity.
Yes, you did.
And an outcome.
It's literally named
Ironman.
Yeah.
Dang, it's funny. I just like never would have thought of it that way.
But they did.
Yeah.
They thought of it before you did.
Right.
And that's why you got.
And that's why that ticket was $700.
That's why that ticket was $700. And then that's why they got you swimming at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. For real.
But proud of you, bro. You're getting freaking ripped, bro. Ladies.
Okay.
Just kidding. All right,
Next
moving
point.
on. Again, this is a topic. I'll review and then we'll go on to the next. We have acceleration. This is what people pay for. They pay for acceleration, affiliation, transformation, organization, proximation, identification. The next is congregation.
They pay for a church?
No, that's not. Congregation just means a collect group of people.
I know, I'm just being an idiot.
So I was on the phone, or I did a call with somebody in the program, and when she was telling me the biggest pain points of the people she's actually supposed to serve, which are, high income W-2 marketers, it sounded like so many of them are lonely and they're not celebrated and they're not seen and they're not valued. And I'm like, dude, that your offer needs to be a community offer. So I know I started the podcast like bagging on like join my school or join my Discord. what I do want to make clear is you can have a community driven offer. It's called masterminds. It's called networking. It's just that the words you use and attach to this community, which should be identity words, which should be acceleration words, which should be affiliation words, it still does solidify the fact that you can have community as an offer. So being a part of a community of like-minded individuals, or people that are headed in the right direction, or people who have the same goals. I actually think Neil's offer, the Forward Mastermind, is a community offer.
Yes.
He sells it as a community. Like, stop being alone in your cubicle. Stop building in isolation and get around amongst people who are all killing it in their industry or in the, in their lane or in their cities or their regions. It's called the Forward Mastermind. We're headed in one direction.
Right.
Like, he's selling congregation.
It's really good.
And then why people don't leave is because when you leave, you're leaving the community. And so
that's good.
Something that came up. What's really cool about this framework that you came up with is something that is really meta about it is whatever you're doing, whatever you have, whatever business that you currently are trying to build, you could have 3 out of the 7. You could have 5 out of the 7, or you could legit have all of these things be a part of your business or what your business does for people. And that is just like a crazy thought to me. Like, your inner circle has every single one of these. And would you say it almost bulletproofs your offer is if you have every single one of these?
I mean, I've been literally selling the same offer for 2.5 years. But it's because I keep getting better.
Yes.
And because I keep getting better, the offer keeps getting better. And but yeah, I do believe the inner circle hits all the more you can hit,
Right.
the better.
Yeah.
Because then there are different kinds of buyers. People have different kinds of reasons for joining something. But I would say there is a main one. I think the main thing that I solve is a transformation.
For sure. Yeah.
But in this offer, we have all of this. Yes.
So
But
not
yeah.
to overwhelm people with like, okay, I need to get all 7 somehow.
Oh yeah, no.
But
But you just did. So I was like,
what would
I'm
no.
sorry.
Because what would be like if somebody had to just focus on one first? I mean, I guess they would have to. Like, it does matter with what kind of business
But
they have.
at the end of the day, if you can get somebody a stinking result,
Yes.
Yeah.
an
Facts.
outcome, a breakthrough,
Hmm.
that's what you need to focus on.
Yeah, that's the goal.
So, but if you want to make more money from that, you
Mhm.
either sell it to a different person or you articulate it in a more sophisticated way. And I could help people with their content, or I can help people attract high quality leads on autopilot 24/7, while at the same time building their personal brand, which is going to be something they're going to wish they built. As like now it's like, dude,
Right.
Yeah.
whatever the price is. So, but yeah, I mean, here's the beautiful thing about congregation too, by the way. When you become the facilitator of a community or a network of individuals, you get the credit. Even though you didn't necessarily, you just put it together. You just created the school group. You just created the mastermind. But like, I think some people tend to what do they do? It's underrated. It's underrated to not be the person. Like, you don't have to be the fill in the blank. You can just be the
Facilitator.
facilitator, and then you become the person
Right.
that people are known for being the facilitator. I could name people, but I know people have gone to prison and I don't want to say it. But there's somebody I think about that is literally close. He is close to everybody I could think of in the industry. And bro's rich because he just makes deals happen, and he gets people together, and he throws But I don't think he's rich anymore because he's in jail. Okay. The last one is consolidation. Consolidation meaning it's the one-stop shop.
Dude, it's 8. It's not 7.
It is 8. Is that 8?
Yeah, I thought
1, 2,
Consolidation was
3,
the last one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it's 8.
I didn't. Okay, so what's
There's
this last
probably
one?
some more in there. If you got another one, throw it in the chat, throw it in the comments. It's consolidation.
Okay.
Consolidation, I believe, is different than organization.
Yep.
Because organization is more systematic. Is more systematic. Is mo better. is it's more orderly. Consolidation is more one-stop shop.
Okay.
So you're going to get everything you need in this one place for this thing. You want to build a 7-figure clothing brand? This program has all the connections that you need to get your clothes made in any kind of material you wish. Access to a virtual assistance library so that you can have people doing your customer service for you. We have tax people on hand. I mean, like that's 10 grand. 10 grand.
Yeah.
For like some of the stuff I just mentioned, on top of the community of people, like consolidating everything you need as someone who is looking to launch a profitable clothing brand. Like,
boom.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
So, some people want to put together a program where you are going to help people write books. Shout out to Nika. I think she listens or watches every podcast. I don't know if all the way through, but if everything is that, like, I have the graphic designers, I got the ghostwriters, or because you don't want people to think about, well, okay, what else do I need to buy in addition to this thing? You can actually create an offer where there is no else. I thought about it already.
Right. I
thought about everything you actually are thinking about, and it's here. So our offers can be that.
Yeah.
And I think this is why I'm always trying to think about how Inner Circle can always get better, because there's so much, it's almost like never ending. But in so many ways, we want to streamline the processes and give people just what they need. And sometimes what they need is exactly what we've created. So like, yeah, give that, you can get that too, Anyway, those are the 8. That is what people are buying. If you are currently working on the course, pause for a second, think about what you're actually selling people. And this is the beauty of selling stuff online, is that you get to create it from your imagination, but don't do it in isolation, because no one is going to get you that monetization. Bro's crazy. All right. We'll see you on the Content to Cash Challenge. Download the gear guide. Final words. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. No, not happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, guys.
The King of Kings.
Happy
the
holidays.
Lord of Lords. He's the reason for the season. God bless.
Peace.